Hey there, fellow watchers. Tonight we have a front row seat in the Colosseum to review the general who became a slave, the slave who became a gladiator, the gladiator who defied an emperor. Ridley Scott's 2000 sword and sandal epic Gladiator exploded onto the screen and was the year's must-see movie. Pushing the boundaries of non-fiction, we couldn't wait to see Al Rusty as Maximus exact revenge on a snivelling Commodus. Of course, it's me, Whitey, and this is Born to Watch, the podcast where we don't take the movie or ourselves too seriously.
Except during the Snorves Report.
Except during the Snorves Report. It's a big night tonight. Joining me in the studio, Sir Dimmy Cockburn, and up on the land is our great Roman soldier, Lingus Maximus.
Oh, yes, I'll take that. Good to be back, boys. Lingus Maximus. Definitely a proud handle for my Roman name.
Well,
Definitely.
Gladiator name, it's one of the best.
It's one of the best. You don't mess with Lingus Maximus.
Oh, no way.
No way.
Wow.
He's got you licked.
Oh, derelict my, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, Dimmy,
Yeah.
always a pleasure having you here.
It is. It's good. This is like 2 weeks in a row we've had a Trident death movie.
Yes.
Because Brick Tamblyn last week.
Brick killed a guy.
Brick killed a guy.
Yeah.
And there was some bit of Trident action in this. So it's like the Trident double.
And next week, it could be the Trident triple.
Is there Tridents in there?
It could be.
It could be. Yeah,
Let's
we'll
wait
keep
and
an
see.
eye out. Yeah.
Let's wait and see. Couldn't imagine doing Gladiator with two better people. Overs and unders. 2000 movie. 24 years old. It's hard to believe this movie's 24 years old. I sort of remember, like it was yesterday that I saw it at the cinema. Going to set the overs and unders at 12. Sir Dimmy, where do you sit? I think this is a bit of a Sir Dimmy movie.
It certainly is. Probably around 5. I did see it at the movies. I can't remember what theatre though, but I remember thinking I have to see. It's like an epic.
Yes.
You know, it was an epic. Whenever an epic comes out, yep, I've got to go to the movies.
100%.
So it's either maybe Warriewood or maybe
I reckon
or the mall.
Warriewood.
Yeah, probably Warriewood. 2000
Yeah, I reckon Warriewood was around then, yeah.
just started. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Dan, overs and unders 12. Do you remember the first time seeing this? I know your answer. Continue.
Nah, wouldn't have a clue. Definitely overs 12. I'll tell you what I'm unders on, though, is the director's cut you made me sit through. So 2 hours and 50 minutes. And all I could think of was the Phantom Menace when I was watching it, because they were crapping on about trade federations and Praetorian guards and the Senate and midichlorians and all sorts of shit that wasn't in the original theatrical cut. And I didn't know what was going on, and nor did I think it was necessary.
Well, I think in Quickfire, there's going to be doing any extra scenes, and I think we'll answer that as a resounding no.
Well, I was lucky. I did the Foxtel 2 hour 30 version. Maybe 2 hours 28 or something.
Yeah, it's 2:28. I think 2:15 would serve this movie well. But I'm sure we'll talk about that. I'm overs 12, but I'm probably between 12 and 15. Saw it a lot at the start. It was another one you could put on in the video shop late at night, very easily, and copies would generally roll out the door. Very, very popular. Rusty Crowe, our Rusty.
Ours, yes.
Yeah, our Rusty. We love him.
Oh, New Zealand's ours.
He's ours.
Yeah, okay.
He's
Yeah.
ours.
He's ours.
He's got a property in Coffs Harbour.
True.
He owns one of our
The
NRL teams.
Rabbitohs, yeah.
He's ours. He threw a Telstra phone. It's ours.
The 30-odd footer grunts, where are they from? Australia?
New Zealand.
They can have
30-odd footer
they can
grunts
have
from
them.
New Zealand.
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
Definitely.
What about his singing in general? We'll get into Rusty, I'm sure, but him in Les Miserables, he's fucking terrible. And he's up against Hugh Grant, who is a proper quadruple threat.
Well, just let me stop you there. Hugh Grant was getting blown in the alley. Hugh Jackman was singing in Les Mis.
Right.
Divine Brown was not in Les Miserables.
Oh,
he
shit,
might
big
have been.
lips. Big lips, Divine Brown.
Big old fella too.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, look, I'm with you, Dan. His singing's not his go.
A deep voice. I thought his
Very deep.
30-odd foot sound grunt's voice. It's kind of a bit of a Dave Graney style talk singing style.
Yeah.
That sort of style.
Yeah, I think it's more made for that style of music, not for musical theatre.
No.
And up against Hugh Grant / Jackman,
Yep.
he was found wanting. It's a good movie though, Les Miserables, worth watching. Quality music.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a good musical.
you're a
Yeah,
French connoisseur though.
Oui, oui.
Yeah.
There you go. There we go. Okay, I'm going to tell you all a little bit about Gladiator. Now, I've already used the catchphrase. We're going to do it again. I'm not as nervous tonight without the world's best look-back actor.
Yes. The voiceover.
The voiceover guy.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm going to do my best.
Okay.
The general who became a slave, the slave who became a gladiator, the gladiator who defied an empire. Discover the
Not bad.
Discover the unparalleled power and glory of Gladiator, a dazzling combination of vivid action and extraordinary storytelling that critics called a stunning, explosive, breathtaking epic.
Wow.
Masterfully directed by Ridley Scott, Gladiator features a riveting performance from Academy Award nominated and winner Russel Crowe, hailed by Newsweek as a genuine larger-than-life hero. Rated M, 148 minutes.
Oh, right.
Gives nothing away.
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything about it except for the
Slave,
general slave, gladiator, gladiator empire.
the arc. Just a real high-level overview.
Well, you know what? It probably doesn't need to say anything on the back.
No.
It's the hype.
Yeah.
Sold this movie.
Oh, totally. Yeah. The ad campaign was huge.
Yeah.
I can still remember like that tiger scene in the ad.
Yeah.
And I'm going, oh my God, look at this.
Tiger. Well, in the Gladiator 2, they've got sharks in the Colosseum. They fill it with water.
Oh, bullcrap.
They put sharks in the Colosseum.
They do not.
They fucking do. They do.
Oh, they're in the water.
Yeah. No, they're in the crowd. They're cheering. Jabberjaw.
So-
It's Jabberjaw's up in the crowd going, oh, wah, 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 Maximus.
That's really jumping the shark.
Wow.
Seriously.
Thanks, Fawns.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's watch the trailer. And actually, I went through a few different trailers because I've always got Johnny Bull at front of mind after a couple of disastrous. The Raid is one.
No talking, right?
No talking
no
at all.
talking trailer.
No
That was the
talking at all.
best.
So this one, I've picked one that has some vocals, and two, it's a little bit shorter.
Yep, nice.
So here we go. Let's listen to the trailer.
At my signal, unleash hell.
Who is he?
Well, there we go.
Full on. That makes you want to go and see that movie, though.
Yeah, it does.
The battle at the beginning, the actual gladiator scenes.
How good's the Battle of Germania?
Yeah.
Really good. Really good start to this movie.
Excellent start.
Yeah, really powerful start. Russell's goes, he's on a real tear at the moment, at this point of his career.
2000.
Yeah, he really is.
This is his peak.
This
though,
is
right?
his peak. This is Pete Crow.
This is
Looks his best.
Yeah.
He's in some great movies.
Looks good with the short hair, I reckon.
Short hair,
I like
lack of fat,
Oh yeah, he looks fit as.
Fit as.
Yeah.
very fit.
I posit that he actually looks a bit like 90s Gow. I think Gow had a bit of that debonair, little bit dangerous. Like when he was slaying the tens on our travels.
Yeah,
the G
yeah,
could have passed for a young Rusty Crowe.
Wow.
I think that I'm concerned with your love affair of 90s Gow.
What do you mean? I was
Well,
there. I
think-
witnessed it firsthand.
I know you
he's
were. I know
changed.
you were there. I know you were there. But I'm just saying that I think Gow's a bit prettier than Rusty. Rusty's if Gow didn't have break his nose 17 times, Gow could have been classed as a pretty boy.
Nah, Gow's a bit
small
chunkier. 90s Gow. I don't want you getting the wrong idea of 90s Gow. He wasn't like a Brad Pitt, Washburn, Washboard's stomach like a Fight Club. He's a bit chunkier, like Rusty
Yeah.
in Gladiator. The
Yeah,
girls
okay,
had something to
righto.
hang on to.
Yeah.
and
Fair enough.
they needed to.
Oh,
Yeah.
they did.
It was like a V8 Interceptor.
Fuel injected suicide machine.
Last of the V8 Interceptors.
What about a Shane blow it up?
Critical thinking. IMDb rates Gladiator 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
So it's in the top 250.
Wow.
Didn't- Didn't bother having a look, but it's up there.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
80% on the tomato meter with an 87% on the popcorn meter.
Wow.
So it rates really well.
Yes.
Universally loved. Bad review. Kenneth Turan of the LA Times. The problem with Gladiator is that Scott is so good at creating alternate universes that he hates to leave and overstays his welcome. Too long at a full 2.5 hours. Gladiator is not as nimble outside the arena as inside.
You know, that's quite fair.
Yeah, I think it's pretty fair. And I'm sure we'll get to this, but is it a tad self-indulgent
For Ridley Scott,
for Ridley Scott?
probably.
Is it a bit artsy when it doesn't need to be?
I think also some of the dialogue was a little on the corn side.
Definitely
Yeah.
corny. Frothy ejaculate.
That should have been in there.
Should have been in there. Okay, a good review. Jay Boyer of the Orlando Sentinel. Of the Orlando... Fuck, I'm on fire tonight.
You are.
Of the Orlando Sentinel. Action-packed and passionate. The new film deals with broad strokes and flashy... I'm going to start again. Action-packed and passionate. The new film deals with broad strokes and flashy theatrics, but its melodramatic narrative has a surprising emotional richness, and its larger-than-life figures are never so large that they stop seeming human.
Stop
Seeming human.
Really?
Well, I think what he's saying is that no matter how big Maximus gets, he's still human at the core.
Actually, his connection with his wife and his friendships with his gladiator mates.
He doesn't get bigger than the
Gladiator
game.
mates.
He's not Latrell Mitchell.
You're right. He stays pretty. Well, he focuses on the main thing. His main thing is
Revenge,
right? And he doesn't let any other distraction take him away from the main thing.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing. Like for Latrell, for instance, the main thing is sticking to football. But when you get into this situation where you're becoming, a bit idolized and the main thing becomes a bit of a side thing and you start focusing on other things. He kept the focus on make the main thing the main thing.
So I'm interested now because a few weeks ago we said gravitas too many times.
Oh, yes.
I just think you said thing 30 times in 12 seconds. And I like it.
I said main thing. So
Thing.
two things.
Okay. Excellent. Ordinary people. Soon we're going to hear from Dan. He's just eating dinner.
What's he doing?
He's eating dinner.
Enjoying the show. No, keep it up. You guys are going great.
Ordinary people. We'll start with Ridley. 87 he is this year. Ridley
Is he?
Scott.
Wow.
He's just released, obviously, Gladiator 2, which is why we're doing this movie. Haven't seen it yet.
No.
I will see it this week. There could be a solo pod.
Okay. Well, stay tuned.
There could be. I know everyone else is very dizzy. I know Dan doesn't give enough of a shit. Solo pod.
We refer to that as Whitey lickouts in the industry. Whitey licking himself out.
And you know what? Good. Excellent. Yes, I'm willing to accept them. So obviously, Alien, Blade Runner, Thelma and Louise, Black Hawk Down, The Martian.
Oh,
Right? It's a hell of a resume. And he's done a heap of other stuff. One of my real favourites, Black Rain. We talk about it every time.
oh yeah.
Really love it.
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas with a quality mullet. Andy Garcia
straight
with a
nose.
straight nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing the Matador.
From the
with
Matador,
his-
and he dies. He gets samurai sword.
And I tell you who looks amazing. That
Kate
Kate Capshaw.
She does look good.
Kate Capshaw looks. I was like, oh my god! I didn't realize she was that good looking.
She looks way better in that than she does in Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
It's uno, dos, pati, sapido, upapiti, stitapidi, otito.
Is that her singing at the beginning?
Anything
Yeah,
goes.
right. Yeah. No, she looks really good in that as that lady who works in that.
Anything
Anything
goes.
goes.
Thanks.
She's a madam. She seems she's a bit of a madam.
Yeah, I think she is. Yeah,
It's an interesting role that she has, getting away from Black Rain. But look,
actually, Black Rain. Michael Douglas has definitely got a perm in that.
Michael
He's
Douglas.
got this curlyish, mild curl.
Do you know who he
in
is?
his hair.
Do you know who he is? He's Nick Curran.
He's Nick. No, his name is Nick in it.
It's Nick.
I was thinking, how many times is he called Nick as a cop?
Well, he is legitimately Nick Curran. So it could have been a prequel.
Oh,
Black
yeah,
Rain could have been a prequel to
Yeah.
Basic Instinct.
Except he had a permed hair. Yeah,
And
ridiculous.
And he actually there was no geisha blurter either.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
No, but he was well on the way to throat cancer due to excessive lingus maximus.
Well, he's a gladiator like yourself, you know.
Oh my god! So obviously I've already mentioned Gladiator 2 came out last week. There's talk, Daniel, that Ridley's going to do another Alien film.
Oh,
I have been a part of that. I've got a little back channel chat going with a few of my colleagues in the industry, and yeah, there is talk. I will go out on a limb and say I'd say it's more likely than not that it will happen, and I'm very excited because he wants to. It was always meant to be a trilogy: the Prometheus, Covenant, and the last film. As you remember, Covenant did finish on quite a cliffhanger. And there was always David was that meant to the synthetic Michael Fassbender's character was meant to have a much bigger reign across that whole trilogy. So yeah, the talk on the street from a few of my my colleagues is that yes, we will be seeing that in the near future.
So whilst Covenant, Prometheus was hugely disappointing from me personally. I thought we were sold something that after the fact we were then told, well, this is going to be a trilogy. And Covenant was a bit disappointing, but one of the great finishes, one of the great endings that when she realizes that it's actually David and not the other android, is a great finish to that movie. And I'm a bit with Dan where I was thinking about it today. I'm not overly excited at the thought of Ridley Scott doing another Alien film, but I'd like to see how it ends. And I reckon this is a direct response to Romulus doing reasonably well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Alvarez and the crew and have created an excellent, not excellent, maybe a little over the top. It's a very good Alien film. I said it's probably my third favorite in that franchise, only because all the others are dog shit. But it's probably a nice tight third, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Well, the thing I'm really looking forward to is they've just released another trailer for Alien Earth, which is set 20 years before the first movie, before Alien. And it's apparently set on Earth, and some people find a derelict ship on Earth, and shit happens. It's a TV series. So that should be interesting. Yeah. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Okay, Ridley, one of the great modern day directors.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
I'll tell you what I really enjoy watching again and again, once a year at least, is Black Hawk Down.
Oh, I'm totally with you there.
Yeah, I watched that a couple of weeks ago. I actually was on with the boys from MCU's Bleeding Edge, Jeff.
Oh, yeah?
And we did Black Hawk Down a couple of weeks ago.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
Right.
it was fun. It's a hard movie to review. It's a hard movie. War movies are difficult to review, but it's one of my favorites.
Cast though, how deep? It's almost like they Nostradamus like in selecting every top actor from Hollywood in the future and said, all right, we're going to give you a start.
Yep. Well, what's interesting, even more interesting, is that at the same time, Band of Brothers is being done.
Oh yeah.
So you've got on one side of the world, there's some crossover too. Tom Hardy's in Band of Brothers, and you've got a cast of guys that were going to be some of the biggest names in cinema in Band of Brothers, and then it's the same thing with Black Hawk Down. So all the talent was taken for that year for those two movies.
Absolutely, it's unbelievable.
Okay, a Rusty Crowe, Maximus, best actor winner for this role. Look, burst onto the screen in '92 with Romper Stomper.
He should have won Best Actor for Romper Stomper, not for fucking Gladiator.
Yeah,
Romper Stomper is just an amazing, intense, sort of like Once Were Warriors, just leaves you a little bit open mouthed, or the final season of Breaking Bad, where you're just like, oh my God, is this really happening type arrangement. But yeah, just a brilliant film, really sad. His the second lead, Daniel, can't think of his surname.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either.
Actually, he was going to be an absolute shining light as well. He passed away
Committed suicide
after the film did, yeah. But that was Jacqueline McKenzie. Just a great flick, worth a revisit if you haven't seen it for a while. Left-wits, but dark, super dark.
powerful.
Yeah, his performance in that, I would go on record as saying, is better than his performance in Gladiator.
He's got more fat to chew in Romper Stomper. He doesn't say a lot in this movie. It's a very physical performance.
And the lines that he gets are fairly on the nose in Gladiator, whereas Romper Stomper's pretty, he's fed up, as you said, good lines. So, yeah, excellent. 92, eh?
Yeah, 92. I remember seeing that at the cinema. I was not 18 yet, but looked 30, so I could get in.
Which cinema? Was that a Dendy?
No, it was at Hoiteringham Mall. Saw that, Romper Stomper.
Oh, it had mainstream release. I thought it might have been an art house.
No, it was definitely mainstream. Well, it was an Aussie film.
Yeah.
It was Aussie mainstream. We saw it together, Dan, just so you can remember.
Nice.
Look, his Hollywood journey started in '95 with The Quick and the Dead. Sam Raimi directs, Gene Hackman, Sharon Stone, Leo DiCaprio. Terrible Western. It's actually a bit of fun, though. If you go back and watch it, it is a little bit of fun. LA Confidential, which we have reviewed. Go back and listen to an excellent episode of Born to Watch. LA Confidential, 97. That sealed the deal. He was a star after that.
Yep.
99. Listen to this, though. I talked about he's on a run. So 99. Morg's Mystery Alaska.
Oh, I love that film. Can't ice skate for shit, but as a fellow ice hockey aficionado, I was disappointed in his skating ability. But Gow and I could skate rings around. I don't know if we've told you, Foots, but me and Gow, we lived in Canada for many years, and we actually became quite proficient at ice
Blades
hockey.
Of Glory.
I'm surprised.
Michael Michaels and
Twin Dongs.
I'm surprised we weren't asked to be in Mystery Alaska. We certainly would have done a better job than Rusty Crowe skating. But yes, enjoyable sports movie.
Yeah, well, that same year, The Insider with Michael Mann, which he was also nominated for an Academy Award. Then 2000, his Gladiator and Proof of Life, where he starts his affair with Meg Ryan.
What do you think of Proof of Life?
It's average.
Yeah,
it's pretty
I'm not a fan.
Haven't seen it.
It's pretty average. 2001, A Beautiful Mind, nominated again. 2003, Master and Commander, which is without a doubt one.
Master and Commander.
It's a good movie.
Peter Weir, Aussie director. Yeah. Great movie. Also one of the Family Guy's greatest piss takes.
Right.
I remember you said that to me.
This is the best. So it's Masturbator and Commander. And then there's a guy knocking on, Captain, I'll be out in a minute. Captain, I'll be out in a minute. It's one of the greatest things. I've never fucking laughed so hard. Masturbator and Commander. And then 2005, Cinderella Man, Ron Howard.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Good movie. Big wing nuts. He's packing some big ears. So that's his run.
Like he does look believable as a chunky boxer, heavyweight
boxing. Yeah.
So there's 7 movies there in the space of 6 years.
Yeah, banging them out,
and they're all pretty big. They're all pretty big and pretty good. So Maximus, the character, the Spaniard, our hero, he initially gave the thumbs down to the script. Thought it was awful, and this is, and I quote, Rusty, I was confident about my abilities as a leading man.
Jesus.
What I wasn't confident about with Gladiator was the world that was surrounding me.
Wow. They're all going to let him down. I'm at this level.
Yeah.
How are you going to rise to my level?
How are you going to rise?
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. So anyway, he had a couple blow-ups on set where he walked off set and blew up because the script was so bad. The movie started without a script, essentially, and it was hodgepodge together. But yeah. So thoughts on the Spaniard?
The Spaniard, it did remind me of Jonathan in Rollerball, like someone, that individual that played the sport that became bigger than everything, and actually became a threat then to the authorities.
to the
Yeah, the
corporation,
corporations.
yeah.
And it's the same thing. He became a threat to the emperor now.
Yeah.
Because in the trailer it says, "Today I saw a slave become more powerful than the emperor."
Yeah.
So this was a different version of rollerball as well.
Definitely. Thoughts on the Spaniard, Dan?
Yeah, he went in actually planning to use a Spanish accent. Rusty went in and Ridley Scott quickly dissuaded him. What the fuck? What the fuck? So that's why it's a little bit confusing where his accent oscillates between ochre Australian and reasonably plummy English playing a Spaniard in Italy and Germany and buttfuck nowhere. So
I found it quite refreshing when he spoke in his Aussie accent.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. I thought that it didn't exactly. It didn't take me out. It didn't take me out of the movie at all.
No,
I was more appreciative of it. Anyway, okay, cool. Big props to Maximus.
Yes,
Okay,
didn't make a lot of sense, but we didn't need it to.
Correct. Joaquin Phoenix as Commodus.
Good villain.
We'll talk about that. Joker, Walk the Line, The Master, and To Die For. Now, have you seen To Die For? Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman,
one, yeah. Great movie from the early 90s.
You would have seen it. Probably at the Ari.
Foriari.
Now, is he a great villain? I've got the same question posed. He's a bit petulant.
Oh, he's an absolute whiny bitch.
Yeah, he's a bit petulant.
But I wasn't
Where
sure.
Does he sit? Where does he sit in the villains? Now, Dan did a really good thing the other week about movie villains.
We did. Yeah.
And he wasn't mentioned in the top.
Was he in the top?
I don't think he was mentioned in the top 25.
No, I don't recall him. I
don't think he was mentioned.
Again, but he was a bit pantomimey. What it was is that it was probably more historically accurate than we were informed, and I think that's what probably gave him a lot of background for that character. There was no talk that he was actually in an incestuous relationship with his sister in actual Rome in 180 AD, but everything else, he was a tyrant and certainly loved blood sport and was known for killing gladiators, killing beasts as well. Like he would kill rhinos and giraffes and lions for sport, and he's just a lot of psychopathic tendencies, obviously, but. Yeah, I think that's probably why we're a little harsh on it 20 years later, but realizing he was trying to anchor it to some historical accuracy.
Yeah, he reminded me of Power Converters and Toshi Station.
He's a bit the
whole way through it. Just that whiny tone. Oh, and I can't even kill him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. So
just kill him.
But I wasn't sure if that was like, you know what? We don't like him, which means he's a good villain. Even though I thought he was
good point.
Yeah, like he was a good villain, but I just thought I didn't like him at all. Like not. I do normally like villains.
You do. You're a big villain guy.
This guy, he was just a whiny villain.
He was a bit whiny, and I think we'll get to him a little bit later on.
Well, I'm actually because of all the fucking leak outs for film school for FWITS this week, I'm going to do another quiz pitting you two against each other, and the quiz is actually about Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, well, I'll be shit out.
Yep. Yeah. Wow. So, and this will be the last quiz I fucking do, all you lick-outs out there. But anyway, you get one more.
Funny. Connie Nielsen as Lucilla. Now, first movie I remember seeing her in Devil's Advocate. Snort Report.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get to that. But The Hunted with Benicio del Toro.
Snort Report. I'm a fan of the Devil's Advocate. It gets a bit of a bizzling. I enjoy it. I see it for what it is, and I don't mind it at all. So yes, and I do enjoy the schnorbs in.
So there's
Devil's Advocate.
there's a couple guilty pleasures here of one M. White though. The Hunted with Benicio del Toro and Tommy Lee Jones is a great movie. Great movie, and Basic with Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta is so bad it's good. It's in the realm of so bad it's good, but I really enjoy it. It's one of those ones I can just flick on, watch very, very easily. She also plays Wonder Woman's mum.
Yes.
And she's Wonder Woman's mum.
Yeah,
Robin Wright is the soldier. She's Wonder Woman's mum.
She looks great in the Wonder Woman.
She looks great. She's a beautiful looking woman.
Yeah.
Married to Lars Ulrich, is that correct?
Really?
From Metallica, yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's
Right,
just a
he's
little
doing all right.
gremlin. So,
Yeah, he would
mate,
be. He's a little
him
gnome.
I don't even think I'd want to watch him climbing that big tree. That would be,
Yeah.
I don't think it'd do much for me.
She's Danish, isn't she?
Yeah, she's from
Denmark.
she's from one of those that
They probably
actually
speak
chart.
Danish together.
We chart quite well. We
Yeah.
chart quite
Oh,
well.
we would, yeah.
In
Oh,
Denmark.
shout out to all the Danes.
That's it. The
Yeah.
Great Danes. Great Danes. Okay, so she's effectively would you call her the moral center of the film?
She was, a decent human being.
She's probably pretty decent.
Definitely.
Probably the most decent, apart from Lingus Maximus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. No, she was great. She was good. She was a mum. Yeah, old Lingus there.
Yeah, she was obviously just trying to protect her kid from the psychopath of her brother. So no, I think that's that's probably fair.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Well done. Oliver Reed as Proximo. Now, obviously dies before the movie finishes, but we'll get
On
to
the
that in a
piss in a pub in Malta, having a drinking contest with a pack of sailors.
Yep.
Is that how he died?
Not a bad
not
way to
only
go
that-
out.
Wow.
And not only that, he said to Ridley Scott, after 5 p.m., it's my time. So at 5 p.m. every day, he knocked
Tools
off
down.
and
Yeah.
got on the piss. Right? Massive raging alcoholic. Obviously, you'd know him
wow.
from Oliver as Bill Sykes. He's
Okay.
the guy that sort of runs the baddie kids, the kids. Condor Man
Oh, one of the greats.
as Krokov. And my favorite Agatha Christie movie, and then there were none. He plays Hugh Lombard, which is 10 Little Indians. It's set in a hotel in Iraq, and they end up being called to this hotel and being knocked off until there's one left. It's really good. Really, really good. He died 3 weeks before principal photography ended. And because he was such a key character, there was a clause in the movie's insurance contract would have allowed the filmmakers to reshoot all of his scenes with another actor. A bit like the old Christopher Plummer and Kevin Spacey for that movie that they reshot completely. When Kevin Spacey was cancelled.
Right.
Yeah, about the kidnapping, yeah.
All the money in the world.
All the money in the something about that, yeah. So then with another, so it would have been at the insurer's expense, $25 million it was insured for, right?
Wow.
But Ridley Scott was like, no, we've got too much good stuff with Oliver Reed. So they used a body double. And in our director's cut, Morgs, there's a lot more of the body double than what there is in the...
Yeah, look, this is... And
in the theatrical.
His character made much more sense to me in the director's cut. So as much as I took the piss out of it being much longer and unnecessarily longer, Proximo, the character, finally made a bit more sense because it was so truncated due to the issues they had with the cunt dying that it made a bit more sense. So I get it.
Yeah, absolutely. Sneaky performance though for the movie.
He's great.
Right up there with the best in the movie.
Incredible 10.
He was fine,
Great
and
10.
apparently him and Rusty really disliked each other immensely,
Yes.
and that
Oh,
doesn't
wow.
that doesn't come through. So professionals, and mate, after 5 o'clock, I'm on the piss.
On the booze. Richard Harris, Marcus Aurelius.
Yep.
We'd know him. Massive jobber. English actor, massive jobber. Been in a million things. The Unforgiven as English Bob is great. He's obviously Albus Dumbledore in the first 2 Harry Potters before he passed. And then another good little guilty pleasure of mine, Orca.
Oh,
Captain
definitely.
Nolan.
Yeah.
Great soundtrack in Orca. Great
Okay.
music. You would love it.
Yeah,
Revisit it just for the music.
I loved him in The Wild Geese. That was one of my faves.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah, it's an awesome movie.
It's a good movie. He brings a certain sense of gravitas to the movie.
He does.
What happened there, Dan?
Yeah, no, I was doing Gow pre-coming, as he says.
Jesus. And finally, for the major stars, Jimon Honsu
Oh, yeah.
as Juba. Now,
He's a bit of a weapon, isn't he? He looks pretty good in the nude.
Mate, when he slaps him and to check his body, he's fit.
On the glutes. On the glutes.
He is fit.
Yeah, he's a handsome fellow.
Armistad, Blood Diamond, and of course Damien. That's your favourites.
Rebel Moon.
Another movie about grain.
It's exactly what I've got
What a
later on
shame.
too.
What a shame.
Now, I reckon does his character as Juba, is he, if Lucilla's the moral core, Juba is I think he's the goodness of man. Like he
Yeah.
is, because he is
Voice of reason too, and
like he's the real good in this movie.
he is. Yeah.
Like
He
it
only
shows
covers
that
the simple
he's
life.
wise.
He talks about his wife and
Yeah.
kids
Yeah.
getting water. Like he doesn't have any. He's not trying to overtake anyone or become part of the politics in Rome. He just wants to go back to his house
Yep.
and hang out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. Good call.
And he's in the second movie too.
Oh, is he?
So
Right.
it'd be interesting to see. He looks a
That's
bit dressed up
interesting.
in the trailers. So, okay, box office, 460.6 million, number 2
Ooh.
for the year.
Good.
Pretty good.
Brass.
Yep,
4.5
number 2
X.
for the year.
Pretty good.
Budget of 103 million.
Okay.
Opening weekend, 34.8 million. And the movie surpassed its budget within the first 2 weeks.
Nice.
10.2 weeks in the theatre, nearly 3,200 theatres in the States.
Wow.
Pumping.
Massive.
It
12
seems like a multiple viewing for a lot of people. Like it,
Yeah, I think so.
That sort of flick.
Yeah, like Avatar.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
12 Academy Award nominations.
Jeez.
Wow.
It won 5. It won Best Picture, Best Actor, Visual Effects, Costume Design, and Sound.
Mm.
Now, it's one of the few movies to win Best Picture and not win Director or Screenplay as well. One of the few movies. Director was Soderbergh for Traffic.
Mm.
Screenplay, Morgs, you like this? Cameron Crowe, Almost Famous.
Yeah, interesting. I think, obviously a bit of a schmaltzy favourite of ours, but yeah, this was never going to win Best Screenplay.
No.
exactly.
Doesn't mean
right.
it's not a great story with some amazing set with setups, but yeah, fuck that.
No. So big year 2000. We only just did Snatch.
Yeah, I've seen a heap of these ones that we've done before in 2000.
Yeah. So MI2 was number 1. Gladiator, Castaway, What Women Want, and Dinosaur.
Don't
Top
we do
5.
this in a section, or have we changed rules?
No. This is the section. It's all good.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So then we're done now, Dan. Then we move into 2000 hit, sleeper, and dud. Now, Damo, you've got the hit.
I do. And I've changed it up this week.
Oh.
I'm not going to movie. I'm going to TV show.
Oh,
I
Damo!
like it.
Anal Probst. Season 1 Survivor.
My God.
It was unbelievable.
Season
Yeah.
1.
Richard Hatch won, beat Kelly Wheelsworth in the final.
We watched the finale at your
Yeah.
wife's
at
house in Monavale.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Mate, that was unbelievably good TV.
It's
in
still pretty
2000.
good. It's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Survivor. It's still pretty good.
But yeah, season 1 was just so good.
Jeff Anal Probst. Like it. Good
Yeah,
call, Damo.
yeah.
Very good call.
Excellent.
Daniel, you have the sleeper. What have you got?
This is a film I saw only a few weeks ago and thoroughly enjoyed. Notorious for overuse of breaking the fourth wall. The lead actor is constantly addressing us as an audience, but it doesn't grate on you after a while. Starring a young John Cusack, Miss Lisa Bonet, Mr. Jack Black, and also his sister Joan Cusack. Nick Hornby novel, which we all read, I'm sure, at the time. High Fidelity, yeah. Yeah, I mean, for romantic comedy, more interesting, I think, for a snapshot of life / pop culture at that time that kids today will never, ever, ever experience, which is them grafting a living from a record store.
Yeah, that's right.
That being quite a hub of where you would go. And if you had a bit of spare time, go and check out what's on. And
go to HMV.
Yeah, HMV.
More music.
Some of the big box stores took over. Brashes, more music.
Sandy's at DY.
Yeah,
Still there.
Sandy's at DY.
Sandy's is still there.
But
Wow.
no one experience you kiddie winkles, you junior F-wits, you will never get to enjoy.
I remember going to More Music, and remember they also had More Classics, which was a small thing. It was all orchestra music and stuff like that. And I remember going in there, and Megan, my wife, liked a piece of music from the movie Excalibur,
Okay.
which is called
Oh, really?
Carmina. Now, in hindsight, it's called Carmina Burana from Carl Orff. And it's the dun, 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 dun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, the
Dun,
chant.
dun,
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 dun.
dun,
It's like
dun,
omanish sort of music.
dun, dun.
Yes.
Yeah, anyway, I was in the middle of more classics
Da,
doing that
da, da, da,
to the guy.
da, 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 da.
It was like an ad, like a yes, like a
Great piece of music.
It's an ad on TV with that exact music. I can't remember what it was though.
So I remember I was in the
More
middle of more
importantly,
classic.
though, quite a good Snorbs report from Excalibur, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause there's lots of
right.
Snorbs in Excalibur.
Yeah.
But it's also the back catalogue. It's not just that.
Well, Helen Mirren gets them
Yeah.
out all the time.
Yeah, she loves
Loves
getting
them.
them out. Great song.
Loves getting them. I reckon she's got them out 17 times. We need to do Excalibur just so we can do Snorbs.
She's the
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon
Yeah.
of Snorbs.
She had a titter-sons.
That could be a 30-minute Snorbs report.
Could be.
Yeah.
And maybe
I'd
we'll
listen
just,
to
we can release that as its own thing. There'll be a lot of moisture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Condensation.
Okay, I have got the dud, and I've got to say there's a bit of a run on movies like this around this time. Mission to Mars, directed by Brian De Palma, starring Tim Robbins, Gary Sinise, Don Cheadle, and Connie Nielsen.
Oh.
Remember it
When the
vaguely.
first manned mission to Mars meets with a catastrophic and mysterious disaster after reporting an unidentified structure, a rescue mission is launched to investigate the tragedy and bring back any survivors. Terrible. Now, there was also Red Planet, which had Val Kilmer and Tom Sizemore, right? And then there was also Ghosts of Mars, which was John Carpenter.
All the same sort of thing.
All the same sort of thing.
and all
Oh.
shit.
Yeah, and they are all shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are all shit. So there you go.
Lots of duds.
One great TV show,
Mm.
one good movie, three to be
Three
avoided.
shit ones.
Three to be avoided. Okay, question time. Here we go. Now, I've already asked this, and let's discuss it a bit more. Is Commodus one of the cinema's best villains, or just a petulant child?
Oh, he's both. He really is. He's both. He's a good villain because you hate him, and they really made him bad. Like the whole incest,
The whole-
old,
it's-
the old Jamie Lannister, Cersei Lannister
Yeah,
part of it.
Yeah,
Even the fact that he started sniffing around the Lucius, the kid,
Yeah, the kid.
and I was like, mate, this bloke is, yeah. But not only is he a real evil, he's with his own family. He's a real sexual.
Who did we do the
pervert.
other week?
Well, they made him even
Where
worse.
they made him even worse is if we weren't bad enough. Oh, it was Annie Wilkes,
Oh yeah,
Baby
she
killer.
killed babies as well.
Killed
Yeah,
babies.
that's right. Yeah,
and then the general in Rambo. He's a pet as well.
yeah, and he also clubs fur seals on the weekend.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
Okay.
I'm just quickly going through the 50, and actually, Commodus does come in at number 25 in that.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
no, well,
top
he's
50, so
rated.
there you
Yep.
go.
Yeah, because you just no one would have liked him. No one.
Universally hated.
But I think to your earlier point, Damo, that's the point, and I think that it probably means that it was a reasonable performance.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
no.
think. Yeah,
He's a great actor.
yeah,
He's a
yeah.
great actor, or as Dan would say, actor.
Oh,
Yes. Okay. Now we've touched on the incest thing. Is Connie Nielsen worth incest for?
oh yeah, I think so.
You can
Yeah.
have anyone in the whole empire.
Yeah,
You know,
They
she's
Always
in
really
my
things you can't
wheelhouse.
have.
they didn't look like brother and sister.
No, they didn't. They actually didn't look like his children. Let's be honest.
Oh, like
Richard Harris is
yeah.
not having Connie Nielsen as a daughter.
No.
He may look. I'd understand him having a kid with a hair lip. I get that, right? But not Connie Nielsen,
Yeah,
right?
fair enough.
I think she's way hotter in The Devil's Advocate, but yes, she's
Source
highly
report.
attractive.
She's very pretty.
Yeah,
Okay, now Commodus? Is there a reason to kill Maximus's family? Couldn't he have just said he died in battle?
That's part of the. Yeah, yeah.
Do you need to kill him off?
It
It's just-
seems a little over the top. Yeah.
But it is.
Good point.
That's the whole.
That's how bad he is. Club the seal.
That's clubbing the seals. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that bit. Yeah. That, as you said, that's the Mad Max run over
Yeah.
with Sprog running up the middle of the
Sprog, yeah.
road and run him over with the horses.
I tell you what, it's a fair old ride on a horse from fucking Germany to Spain. Too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody oath.
Okay. Now, are we? Are we to assume that Lucilla knows that Commodus killed the father?
Yes.
Killed
Yes.
Marcus Aurelius.
Yes.
I think the slap in the face
Yes.
gave that away.
I thought that's what that
Yeah.
was. I think the slap does give it away.
Yeah. She knew.
Yeah.
But obviously wasn't going to say it.
Well-
Slapped him and then kissed his hand to say, you have my allegiance or whatever.
Yeah.
So
He's such a bad dude.
Yeah.
Such a bad dude. Okay. Now look, some incredible helmets in this movie.
oh yeah.
Incredible helmets.
In the first fighting
In the first fight, the guy has a skull, like the
Some-
ox skull or something on his head.
some cool, yeah.
Good helmets. How are you supposed to fight them?
I know
Your peripheral vision
bit restrictive.
is you're dead. You just run to the side.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
stab him
yeah.
in the side.
Getting your blind spot, and his blind spot is like 90% of his vision.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like you could just crouch down low.
Now,
Where is he gone? Where is he?
Maximus, where is he? Marco. But Maximus's helmet is
Functional.
it's functional. It's small.
Mm.
You could almost have some peripheral vision. But the rest of them, when you pull the thing down your face, you're looking through these two little eye holes.
Yeah.
You got no chance.
Why don't we ask our resident gladiator,
Well,
Lingus
yes.
Maximus? What's the best? What did you prefer to wear as a helmet?
Well, it's a really interesting point you make, and it actually made me think of two of friends of the podcast, Brad Glasgow and Alexander Park, because had they been picked up by the slave traders and taken down into the dungeons, their massive craniums would not have been able to fit any of the masks. So I don't know. They probably would have been fed to the lions. They wouldn't have had to fight because
Good
their
meal.
heads are
Good
way,
meal for both of
way
them.
too big. Yeah. Because it was a standard size that the blacksmith was making, and old Fitzmost and Parky weren't getting into them.
It's a fair call.
Nice comments from the super coach.
Comments from Lingus Maximus.
Yeah,
our
Lingus
re-
Maximus, who likes to
resident
attack all
gladiator.
his prey head on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would.
I
Yeah.
sorry, quickly, can we go back to the slap in the face?
Yes.
And how quickly I was replaced. And are you thinking of me when you fuck her? Because the
Thanks,
love
Alana
that you gave that
Scorsese.
we made wasn't able to make it enough
Yeah.
for you to be open wide.
You
And
know
every
it.
time you speak her name, does she know what
Does
you
she know
told
how
me?
you
You
told
told
me,
me
told
till
me,
you
till
died,
you
till you died,
die,
but you're still alive.
And I'm here.
Wow.
Nice.
It's
Alanis
sad when
Morissette.
it's sad when you realise that she's singing about Uncle Joey off Full House. There.
Oh,
Oh,
is she?
it's sad when you think that he got gone down on in a theatre.
Yeah. God, I've not had the pleasure.
No.
No. Okay. Final question: is this a better movie if Maximus survives?
No, I'm quite
comfortable?
satisfied with the ending. Yeah, it's a good
I'm
ending.
with you, Damo. I'm super comfortable. It didn't. Not everything had to be a Marvel cliffhanger, make it into another movie. They've already written a sequel before this one's come out. No, I totally agree. I love that they killed
Yeah.
off the main character.
Maximus and Connie Nielsen go and get married, and
Yeah.
Would have
that
been
would
so easy.
I'm
for
sure
them
that-
to do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure
I
that was.
yeah.
I reckon that was one of the drafts.
Yeah,
Definitely one of the drafts.
yeah.
I do love them picking Maximus up and just leaving Commodus on the ground in the.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
He gets the honourable sort of
Yeah.
soldier's
soldier's death.
burial sort
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
Yeah, and then he's just on the ground sprawling.
Dead. Okay, well done, gentlemen. Born to watch only fans. Got a bit of feedback here.
Yes.
Oh, it's more,
Now we've got a couple comments on Spotify for the Anchorman episode.
Oh.
Remember M. Kelleher a couple of weeks back
yes.
said that enjoyed listening to it. The wife was away, was painting.
Yeah.
So he's back.
He is. Yeah.
We're gonna another brilliant episode. Good that you referenced the side actors who I probably miss due to the main stars. Can't wait for the Beatles podcast.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic quickfire take on Day in the Life.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the fucking Beatles?
Uh,
podcast?
That's
Well,
Croaks.
Croaksy,
Yeah.
Croaksy is releasing. He's started to record a Beatles podcast where he's
Oh, no way.
interviewing.
Oh,
Yeah,
crazy.
he's
look
interviewing.
back actor.
Yeah, the look back
Australia's
actor.
greatest look back actor.
We've inspired him to start his own podcast.
He literally was inspired.
He was inspired by us.
We're pretty fucking inspiring, just quietly.
We are
Yeah,
very
that's right.
inspiring.
Aspirational.
And Morgs, I think you'd actually really like it. He's talking to the Beatles Museum in London and interviewing the curator.
Oh, no
there,
way.
and
God, it sounds like he's put some effort into this one.
He's
Oh,
pulling
yeah, yeah.
he's pulling a lot of strings.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
good on you, Cruxy. Yeah, that's very
Yeah,
impressive.
so a couple of
Well done,
weeks.
mate. I
Yep.
will tune into
Six
that
or seven.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yep, 6th or 7th of December. Stay tuned. We'll let you know when it's going to be on.
I'm a big
Okay.
closet Beatles nuffy as well, Cruxy.
Yeah, you are.
All that.
All
Yeah.
right. Dan is. So Matt D, good review for a film I find to be my least favourite comedy.
Oh,
Will Ferrell is hit or miss for me. Anchorman is a miss for me.
wow.
But the review from Born to Watch has me thinking twice about the movie.
Yeah, go and revisit
Yeah,
it.
that's Matty. That's middle-aged movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, good fella. Yeah, look, I got to say, I didn't enjoy Anchorman as much this time. But I think it was only because I had my Born to Watch
I
glasses.
think you've got to watch
I
it.
loved it.
I think you've got to watch it with other blokes on the piss.
Mate, no, I loved it.
I don't know that
found it
sitting by
hilarious.
Fair enough. No, at Damo's house, that wasn't necessary. But yeah, I think that definitely a
think
few
if you-
tins and watching it.
Yeah, if you were a bunch of mates having it, you would be laughing.
Yeah, we'd be laughing
Yeah.
your tits off.
roaring with
Laughing
laughter.
Big snore report after that. Laughing your tits off.
Yeah.
Okay, good, the bad, and the ugly, brought to you by our friends at Gage Roads Brew Company. Dan, it's heating up there on the land.
Mate.
After a big session of Lingus Maximus, how do you clear your throat?
Yeah, look, I just want to say thank you to the year it's been, Gage Roads, but it is heating up ridiculously on the land. Summer is coming, and single fins and icy cold ones. There's going to be plenty in my future. So thank you to our major sponsors. Keep it up. You guys are awesome.
Nice.
Well done, the good. We're going to start with, we might go Damo.
Sure.
I reckon I could pick at least one thing that you're going to say is good, but continue.
Well, we'll start there with the Zimmer score.
Not Zimmer frame.
No,
You're not
no.
far from that.
It's
But
it's certainly not one of my favourites, but I think the wheat motif, every time he sort of starts going to that sort of dream sort of sequence, it's really, really cool music. But
you
it's
just wanted to say wheat.
yeah, well, yeah. The person that was riding the horse when they cut the horse off the chariot in that first
Yeah.
Colosseum, whoever was the stuntman riding that horse was freaking amazing.
Yeah.
It looked so amazingly cool. Sort of just that horse was sort of just cantering around in circles and whatever. And Maximus has got this. It was some of the best horse riding I've seen.
Yeah.
I thought it
All
looked
of those
like, you know, it
action
reminded me
set
of-
pieces were amazing. Like they were so
Oh.
well shot. There was no, it wasn't like old mate Charlton Heston and their wristwatch on the back of the chariots back in the day.
No,
It
Yeah.
was it was very, very, very well staged and blocked and shot. I thought it was excellent.
That Battle of Carthage is
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
it is. It's excellent.
Oh,
Now, the
Fred
horse
Hemmings too, as the
Yes.
the town crier.
I've got
An
him.
absolute special from exploitation movies.
Yeah, absolutely. Great voice, great
Morg's
eyebrows.
like-
Yeah.
Now, the horse riding, reminiscent of El Cabello Blanco.
Oh, I went there as a kid. El
Cabello
Cabello Blanco.
Blanco.
Discover a new world of fun. That was so boring when we went there.
Just the white horse.
Yeah.
Also, we all went on a horse riding school holiday though back at that time. I went to Wandon Valley or Glen Valley or something.
Wonder about- Did you see Fatso the pig or the wombat or whatever?
Molly and
Country practice, yeah.
Did you see Bob
Bob
Hatfield?
Hatfield.
Bob Hatfield?
Grant Dodwell.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Grant Dodwell.
He was
Yeah.
the dog
Simon.
warden.
Simon.
Was he Simon? Yeah. Brendan. It was
Was
Molly
he?
and
Did he?
Brendan, wasn't
did
it?
Molly
he
and
often
Brendan.
do
That's the
Willing
one.
Able after that? We're willing and
Oh,
able.
yes. That was Brendan and Dodwell that went and did
Yeah.
Willing and Able, wasn't it? Yeah.
Sid. Who was the other guy? It was Bob and the little guy.
Yeah, Sid. It was Sid,
Sid.
who ran the pub, or
Yeah.
the Ari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, continue.
The reveal.
Unbelievable reveal.
The reveal, like take your helmet
Unbelievable
off.
reveal.
Just that whole thing. Commander of the army, he's
Yes.
father of a murdered wife. That whole thing. It's in the trailer, but it's such a cool reveal.
Yep.
It's like, wow, here we go.
Very cool. Very cool.
The Saving Private Ryan part, like in the first Gladiator arena, straight out of the doors, mace to the head, just like that guy that
Yes.
stormed the beach, got the bullet in the head straight up. Like, you just know how intense it is from that opening whack to the head.
Yeah.
Like instantly, like, oh, we're in some
You're
deep
gone.
shit.
You're
Yeah,
gone.
just the scale just ramped up instantly from
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So they were my goods. Apart from everything, like the cast. And
Apart from
whatever.
everything
Yeah,
else.
Yeah.
Apart from it. Dan, what do you got for good?
Yeah, just Rusty Crowe. You mentioned it before. We got him at his zenith. Absolutely perfectly cast, so much so that I couldn't think of another actor in that role. I think it was a bit of a risk for the filmmakers too. So they didn't go out with huge names by any stretch. So Rusty was up and coming, but it was coming out of some, I guess, more cerebral films, not action popcorn movies, and quite a bit of a risk for the filmmakers. But they just saw in him what he could bring to this role, and he just crushed it. So I'd love to hear who else you think could have done that role at that time.
No, I think it's made. You can't. It's one of the.
Chuck
It's
Norris.
one of those.
Chuck Norris.
Apart from Chuck
Jean-Claude
Norris
Van Damme
and Steven Seagal.
Sylvester Stallone.
What about the kid? What about the kid out of Bloodsport?
Oh, the
He would have
best
been Lucius.
child
or
actor ever.
Yeah.
Mm.
The young Frank Dukes.
With the wrong Frank Dukes. Terrible. Okay, I've got the Ridley Scott's vision, and I know it's self-indulgent, but he directs the fuck out of this movie.
Yeah.
And the part, like the trust between actor and director, and you can even go back to the very start of the movie with the little bird,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Ridley Scott apparently said to Russel Crowe, "Just go with me here. I need you to be looking like you're looking at a bird, and watch it fly off, and blah blah." And you can just tell he's just gone, "Okay, I got you." And they go on to work many times again together. They've got a
He
good
gets him.
relationship. He gets him.
Yeah.
And it's just the start, the Headless Horseman.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, where is he? He's been
Yeah.
gone for how many hours, and he just comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great start.
The Barbarians.
Yeah, the Barbarian Horde. The production design and the costume design. I was looking at the costumes; they were unbelievable.
They were.
Every time that Commodus gets changed, he's in some other
cool
costume.
gear, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to find out where the set ended and the CGI began, but there were some sets there which were just incredible. The production was flawless.
Yeah.
So good. I feel like Crooks. You're going to go side boob, right? But then the functionality of the weapons in that battle for Germania, where the catapults are like they've made these weapons, right? The spear chucker things.
I didn't know what they were, but they were some
cause some fucking
it had
damage.
some torque on them when they flew through the air. And,
Definitely. You've mentioned the score.
Before you go back on, sorry, we're talking about Misery with face acting.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've noticed with Rusty Crowe. So he's got this thing that he does, and Mel Gibson does it as well, where when it's an extreme close-up or a close-up, they do this thing where they kind of lose focus and then they come back into focus. So you just watch whatever they're thinking go across their face. And I just noticed that many times in this one and thought about our friend James Caan lying in the bed with Kathy Bates in the Schnoors Report. But yeah, him and Mel Gibson does the same. They kind of just drop focus and their eyes lose focus, but then they come back into and you see exactly what's going on behind their eyes. It's really cool.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
very good. Very good. You mentioned the score. We talk about face acting. The look that Maximus has when Marcus Aurelius bestows him. It's like he goes, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Like that. That was just a split second where it's like, no, I'm not gonna. I can't do this. It was just really, really cool. It was like a 1 second look.
No, we got it was just a huge thing to be asked.
The conflict.
I can't do this.
The conflict.
Bloody hell. Yeah.
We've mentioned Commodus.
I think that probably what was unspoken was the fact that as a farmer, he just wanted to get back to the land. And I can really appreciate that.
Right.
Well, he mentioned that.
Yes.
He did mention
Get
that
some
the
green
animals.
eggs. Go back to my green eggs.
He mentioned his 6 chickens.
Yeah.
We don't
get
need
back
much
to my
more
six chickens.
than our land, our wheat, our chickens. our hot Hispanic misses. That's all we need.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay, yep. That looks exactly like what you've got.
Yep.
The Maximus execution, when he throws the sword through the air and hits that guy right in his chest, amazing.
Yes.
And again, a lot of power.
Mm.
Guys really fucked up from that. Mentioned Proximo. We mentioned the first gladiator fight. The entry to Rome when they
the
first
big
come
up
back
from
from above
Yeah.
is pretty cool.
People everywhere.
when the kid, when
Colosseum.
Lucius is sitting on the stairs with Gracchus and the other guy, that was very cool. We've mentioned David Hemmings, his voice and his eyebrows,
Yeah,
quality
some
eyebrows,
amazing. John Howard-esque,
very
They
Howard.
were.
but shaped.
The Battle of Carthage. The next fight though, the first solo fight where he does the double chop
Oh yeah.
is just unbelievable.
Well, that's when he cleaned house.
Yep, he
Are
just
you
went
not
himself.
entertained?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
amazing. His helmet, really like his helmet. In
Good,
fact,
it's
I'd
good.
love to get
Okay.
I'd love to get a gladiator helmet just to have it in my collection.
Yeah. Get
Maybe
it
wear it to
signed.
bed.
Get it signed by Lingus Maximus.
Yeah, wear it to bed. It's got a big mouth opening too.
Yes.
Maximus's helmet. Yeah, it's no coverage. You mentioned the reveal, the Tigers, Maximus the Merciful, and then I mentioned
Yes. Lucky the crowd.
Oh,
Lucky
God.
the crowd had read the script.
yes,
Maximus the Merciful.
Yeah.
Just saved him in the nick of
yeah,
time.
exactly. And then Commodus just left on the ground.
Yeah.
Fuck
in
him.
the sand.
Fuck him.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my good. There's only 30.
Lots of good. Yeah.
Bad. We'll start up on the land.
Yeah, I've got two. So one of them was, and this was actually something I picked up on for the 20th viewing or whatever. I've seen this. I always thought he kept his Star Wars figures up his prison wallet when he had them at the end. But
These
they
Star
couldn't-
Wars figures.
But he got them from his mate Cosimo, Louis Cosimo, from
Don't mock me,
Cosimo
Daniel, don't mock me.
DeVito. So that was Anyway, so I thought it was really uncomfortable, but it wasn't.
Cosmo DeVito from Australian
Australian Idol.
She came
That's
third
it,
the first one.
Cosimo DeVito. But the other one that always makes me laugh is right at the end when Maximus is making his demands and let my men go, and then the general goes, see to that, and then the two guards just peel away straight away like they've just been waiting. That's their sole job that's ever. It's just a little bit too quick. They needed a beat. Like who's fucking job's that? To go and let them, I don't know. I always find it just makes me laugh every time when they peel away so quickly at the mere mention of the next task. So yeah, they're my only two bads.
Damo.
Dimmy.
Sorry, Sir Dimmy.
Sir Dimmy Cockburn. Remember in the Battle of Carthage, let's all stick together, you're going to be better. And then you got a couple of dick whackers.
They're the red shirts.
Yeah. I'm going to go.
Star Trek
I'm
red
going to go.
shirts.
What? And they were standing out in no man's land, like standing in the middle of the bloody M1 with chariots zooming past them. What did they think they were going to be doing out there?
Dying.
Yeah, they
Were
were
red shirts.
They were such red shirts.
Seaman Johansson.
Yes.
It was crazy. But and the other thing that I did add in bad is what we did talk about before was the whiny bitch Joaquin.
Oh, he's
Phoenix.
bad, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Dan. Before we talked about it's a tad too long. I think even at the 2:30, it's still a tad too long. You could probably cut some of the wheat out.
Yeah.
Right. I know
that was my ugly. I thought it was unnecessary, the director's cut. No one was sitting around saying we needed to see more Gladiator. It was a very fine film at 2 hours 30 minutes.
And 20 minutes is a hefty addition.
Yeah.
Like I think the one of the probably the greatest of all time director's cut, which is Aliens, that's only like 12 or 13 minutes.
Yeah.
And
the Almost Famous director's cut is pretty good too. There's a couple of other cool scenes in that one that are interesting to someone who likes that movie, but I could understand it's probably unnecessary.
Yeah. I've got some of the CGI just looks a little dated. It looks a little Titanic-y when they come over the Colosseum and there's just the people.
There's some real epic scale about it, but I did look down and I went, oh, you can really tell.
It's a bit Titanic-y when they do the big flyover of the ship.
Yeah.
Apparently they had about 2,000 actual extras and the rest was CGI in the Colosseum. So it was pretty, you're right. If you look deep enough into the frame, you were going to see some pixelated.
But, that's, again, we're picking. And also, like, Lucius, what a fuckwit. Maximus, the saviour of Rome. Like, shut up, mate. You don't say that to the fucking boss.
He was a kid.
Yeah, but still.
Good kid hair, though.
Yeah.
Who
Silky and soft.
Yeah.
who are we to believe? Are we believing that he's overheard his mother talking to the senators saying that he's the savior of Rome?
Possibly. Yeah.
Or
Or
is that just the scuttlebutt he's picking up on when he's hanging out in the yard?
Yeah, just
That's
in
the
the
other
streets.
thing.
In the streets.
In the streets.
Yeah.
Taking it to the streets.
Oh, yeah. Doobie Brothers.
Taking it to the streets. What's his
You
name?
don't know. It's the Doobie Brothers.
Michael
McDonald.
Michael McDonald. That's it.
He's amazing. You don't know
Oh,
me,
unbelievable.
but I'm your brother.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a good McDonald. Do you know he does the backing vocals to Ride Like the
Yeah,
Wind?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I
good
got
Christ.
Such a long way to go.
such a long way to
Make it to
go.
the border, Mexico.
You know, there's actually just massive digression considering we're talking about.
And I ride.
Like the wind.
There is a movie coming out on maybe it's on Netflix. It's produced by Bill Simmons, and it's called Yacht Rock.
Yacht.
And it's
Oh,
about
how good.
Yacht Rock. It's about Michael McDonald,
Ah.
Christopher Cross,
Doobie
Wow.
Brothers.
Toto.
Oh,
That
my
whole-
God. I love that
It's
whole
become this
crew.
thing called Yacht
Oh,
Rock,
has
where
it? I didn't know.
people listen to it on their yachts.
Oh,
Right? It's that sort of
yeah.
upper class soft rock.
Okay.
The LA sound.
I love it.
It's the Eagles.
Yeah.
It's all that shit. It's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
awesome.
So anyway, yeah. So the kid, like, come on, mate, be better than that. Ugly, Damo.
Well, we mentioned old eyebrows. His wig. Like, seriously, that's from like
That
Get
was
one
my
that fits.
merkin.
it was like he's gone into Maury's wigs and there's the bargain basement. It's you get 5 wigs for 12 cents and that's what he's got that thing.
Yeah, it's not a
It
good
was
wig.
the shittest wig.
It looked like a barrister wig, like a QC.
But it was sort of a Albany sort
Yeah.
of color. And the other thing that I had was we mentioned it. I had PTSD of Rebel Moon when I saw Giant Hansu and Wheat. I thought, oh my God, grain! All I could think about was grain.
He was big on the grain too.
Yeah, I know. And I honestly I had horrible flashbacks of Rebel Moon watching him in that.
How bad are they?
Just atrocious.
So bad. Dan, what do you got for ugly?
No, I talked about mine, just the director's cut. A big
Okay,
wank.
cool.
Unnecessary.
Okay, I got one word: incest.
Oh yeah.
There's no room for it.
Kiss me.
Must be hard if your sister's Margot Robbie though.
Well, yeah, that'd be different.
But let's just leave it at that because she's not my sister.
Yeah, Commodus. He just an extra level of creepy when he was.
Oh, he's the
he was
worst.
all over. Her.
He's the general in the Khmer Rouge. He's terrible.
He never actually got anywhere with it though, did
Well,
he?
you don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he has
No,
before.
'cause she had to rehypnol him. She had to she had to reverse rehypnol
Is
him.
that what happened? Is that?
Yeah, it was
she
definitely
kept going.
it was laudanum
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
It was definitely opium.
Yep.
It wiped him out because she knew it was game on.
Yeah.
She's
In the
knocking about-
spoon position.
Yeah, just sit there and take it.
Yep.
Yeah. Commodus Maximus.
Yeah.
Well done, gentlemen. Dan's quick fire.
Yes, gentlemen. First up, what's becoming quite a favorite of the podcast, getting a lot of backlick outs on this one. Lookalike / Morgs alike. Now, I've already said that I thought a young G was a spitting image for Rusty Crowe, so I don't think you could argue with that lookalike. Anyone else in the movie Gladiator that you thought, geez, he looks a bit like someone? Damo.
Yeah, I just go old Murray's wigs. Is my mortgage alike?
Yeah, Fred Hemmings with the merkin. Definitely, I'm sure I could pull that off. I do have to get a bit of an eyebrow tweak now when I go in for a haircut.
Oh yeah,
Have to,
yeah.
they do
Eyebrows
have to see to them.
grow
yeah.
incredibly fast.
I cut
Yeah.
mine.
You
Cut
cut
mine.
them or
Goodness.
pluck them?
I cut them.
I just
I trim them.
pull them out.
I get a comb
Oh,
and then
like
zip
professional.
and just zip them.
Yeah, it's amazing how they grow so fast.
Yeah.
Can't do the same on my ball sack though.
No.
Your wheels, you use a different. set
I've
of
got to
clippers.
say, when I was at the video shop, I had a few people say to me, I look like Russell Crowe when I had my beard. I
Oh,
was a bit
Yeah.
slimmer.
okay.
I look like Russell Crowe now because he's a big fat nyet, but
No,
What about-
maybe if Rob Reiner and Russell Crowe had a root, maybe I could see it.
Well, but he's
and
big.
Ogre off Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh yeah, him or Milt.
Milt. I'll get Milt.
The big tall guy that was in Cyborg, who was also in the Gladiator,
Yes.
had a bit of a Morg's face, like the big guy who was training him at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
He's actually, not
Oh,
the
the German dude.
Yeah,
It's the Germans.
the big, his big mate. Like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
had Jaimin
Yeah.
Hansu and then
In the big guy.
guy.
he's
Yeah,
German.
that
Did you ever conquer Germania?
yeah, that bloke.
Like, battles everywhere.
Yeah, he had a bit
In
of
many-
he
many
actually had a
countries.
real Morg's face. Not
Yeah,
Morg's body.
I'll accept that.
Yeah, he
All right, great,
he was a
great,
freaking
great.
unit.
Great lookalikes, gentlemen. Next up, 5-minute movie. What could one of the characters have done to make this a really fast movie? All I could think of straight off the bat is they probably didn't need to ride Maximus till dawn out in the frosty weather. They could have just probably chopped his head off straight away.
So I guess this is the issue: is that everyone's loyal to Maximus, so they need to take him as far away as possible
Okay.
because the armies are loyal to Maximus.
Yep. Yeah,
But they could have just done it in
I
the
agree.
tent when they decided they were going to get rid of him. They could have decided, right up.
Wait, he killed
Off with
his
his
dad.
head.
Why couldn't he just done the same to
Yeah.
Maximus?
Well, but I was thinking old Marcus Aurelius could have actually made an announcement, like a public announcement.
yeah.
Like, not tell him in secret. Just by the way, everyone, and you're all here. This is my decision.
Just
Maximus
in
is the
case-
guy.
Yeah,
In case Commodus suffocates me.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Good
we'll
call.
accept that. Great. Next up, the golden ticket for a scene from the movie that has passed over into popular culture. Whitey.
Oh, Unleash Hell.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
On my
quite a
signal,
lot
Are
of
you not
Maximizers.
entertained?
Are you not entertained? Definitely.
Live.
Live.
The thumbs.
I even
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Even like if someone's got, say, a cut on their arm or something, so just stick some maggots in it. Like I saw it on Gladiator.
Medicinal maggots.
Yeah, I think just throwing maggots in a wound is something like I've said. I just get some maggots, stick that in there put that on your leg,
I agree.
clean that shit out.
They work well. And then polenta. Was it polenta?
But
What he's putting in his arm in the scab when he's chewing it?
yeah, it was like
Juba.
what was
Looked
it?
like polenta.
I
don't know what it
sort of looked
was.
like a salt or something or
Yeah,
a
it's gross.
no.
I've
Yes,
been
there's a
thinking
few
a
in there.
lot this week about what we do in life echoes in eternity. And
Oh,
I-
right.
I mentioned to Whitey off air that I've been thinking about a lot about what he does in his spare time and whether that's going to echo in eternity.
I don't have enough in me to last eternity.
Frothy ejaculate.
Thank you. I'll accept all of those. Next up, pig face lickouts for the biggest douchebag character in the movie Gladiator. Damo, was there anyone that you thought you're a big douchebag?
I'm going for. I would never ever normally say the main villain, but I am going to say it for this one, Commodus.
It's hard to
Really?
go past the
absolute
antagonist.
douchebag.
Gracchus, the senator that
have
double
been.
crosses them as well,
Yeah.
was quite the douche.
Yep.
Does Gracchus double cross him?
Or whichever one.
I think Gracchus is the one with the beard.
The one that talks about laying still and getting bitten by a fish. or
Yeah,
whatever.
surely he's a double. He's the one who told them all about what's happening.
And
Yeah,
you
I
know
think
what?
so,
That,
yeah.
that metaphor thing didn't make sense.
No.
You lay still, they nibble you, and I'm thinking it's actually. I don't think it was that
What
clever
about-
at all.
What about Quintus?
Which was Quintus.
The guy from the bodyguard who's the assassin in the bodyguard, the other general, the guy that becomes the new
Oh
Maximus.
yeah,
He just completely just flips.
he did. Yeah.
Yeah, he was
But
a
then
bit
at the
weird.
end, he
at the end,
redeems.
redeemed
There's
himself, yeah.
redemption.
He didn't get the sword.
He didn't get the sword.
Yeah.
Sheathe your swords.
Yeah.
It was like Morgs. I
Yeah.
have to say that to Morgs every time he gets on the drink.
Yep.
Keeps getting his
Sheathe the
wang out. And
sword.
I'm like, sheathe the sword. Put it away,
Mine's
Maximus.
Mine's more like an Indian sickle.
Put the bow away.
Thank you. Next up, Steven Seagal running for a particularly poor showing of athletic prowess. Everyone was shot well. It was well blocked, well shot. There wasn't really an opportunity if you look like a dickhead the way that they had the fast cuts in the action sequences.
Yeah.
I
pretty
even-
shaky. Yeah.
I looked really closely at the Germanic battle at the start because you know how when there's heaps of extras, you just see a few
Yeah.
just going
Yes.
through the motions. And look, there are a few that probably could have put a bit more effort in, but it wasn't absolutely pathetic. The other telltale sign is crowds in the Colosseum to see how they're cheering, like if it's a Rocky movie, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, they were pretty good too. So look, nothing really jumped out to me. What about
No,
you
I
boys?
agree.
Yeah,
I
no,
agree.
the same.
Next up, I've answered this myself. We didn't need to see any extra scenes. I think the original theatrical cut told us enough, other than it did tell us a little bit about more Proximo, which was interesting. And the fact that a little bit of research tells us that it was meant to be a final battle, or a penultimate battle between Maximus and Proximo in the Colosseum. That unfortunately didn't happen because Oliver Reed got on the piss.
Yeah. You know, when they came along, they were throwing loaves of bread into the crowd. You know what I would have liked to have seen? T-shirt cannon. Firing up there.
Do you know
guys
what's pretty funny, Domo? So that it's not as far-fledged as you said. One of the things that they found out when they were doing the research for the movie was that the gladiators actually used to do promotions for products. So they would come out and it might
I
be
use oil of Ulan.
Maximus's olive oil or whatever. Yeah, and they would actually sell. And Ridley Scott actually thought about doing it, but he was like, mate, the truth is stranger than fiction here. No one's going to fucking believe that happened. It's just going to look ridiculous. But apparently it was a thing.
So with a T-shirt cannon, instead of a shirt that says relax on it, it could have just said Max.
Oh.
T-shirts with Max on the front. Chopping it in the right direction.
I will accept that. Well played. Last up, Whitey's Brad Pitt.
No brainer.
For the actor, you would most like to go back to the set of Excalibur with and watch Helen Mirren get her norks out. For me, it's Connie Nielsen. Was there anyone else? Yeah. I mean, Maximus' wife, she was a good sword as well. A bit of Espanol.
Nah, it's definitely Ginger Pubes.
Sure. Yep.
Ginger Pubes.
Yeah. She's great sword.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Tall.
Well played.
Very tall. He's striking.
Taller than Joaquin.
Oh, well, he's a midget.
Yeah. What is he?
Yeah, he's not big.
No.
They're all midgets.
Yeah.
What? Fuck.
Excellent. That was quick fire. Well done, boys.
Well, thank you, Daniel. Listen to this, but first, Snobs Report.
Thank you. This is where I'm an investigative journalist.
You're good at that.
Yeah. So I've flown around. I've been to Denmark to see where Connie Nielsen lived. You know, I have to. That's the sort of detail that I go in. I go really deep. So yes, Connie Nielsen is our star. Devil's Advocate. She gets fully starkers.
Fully nude,
Fully nude. She's actually standing there doing the Buffalo Bill legs, the standing legs crossed, arms out.
Really?
Yes.
Do you think she's got a cock?
No, she
between
doesn't
her
have
legs?
it. She's hiding.
She's got a tuck?
Yeah, but I don't know. She's doing, you know, the exact Buffalo Bill. You're here. Just checking. Are you here?
Is she a great big fat girl?
Yeah. Okay. So that stance that you did, she's doing that in Devil's Advocate, and she's got a great set of snorbs. She's also
falling over you.
She's in a French movie called Oh, good God. Stop singing. I have no idea what he's singing. He's still going.
He's off.
He's gone off. He's in Elysium.
I'm singing the Buffalo Bill song.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm falling over you.
Yeah.
Na-na-na.
Thank you, Buffalo Bill. There's two Buffalo Bills here. So, and in a French movie called Dark Summer, it was called Innocence.
Not Dark Angel.
In France it was Innocence, but when it was released in Western countries, it was called Dark Summer. And she's snorbs are out in that. Not as good as Devil's Advocate.
That's full blown snorbs in Devil's Advocate.
Yeah.
Usable. Usable
Yeah,
snorbs.
definitely. Yeah. 8 tissues sort of stuff. Anyway, and that's it for
Snobs Report.
Cock burnout.
Snobs Report.
Cock burnout's my favourite part. Dan, if you can manage to find something to listen to this after that, it's hard after the Snobs Report.
Oh yeah, God, I've mentioned it. I've been blowing my load a bit on listening to this throughout, but yes, I've got a few. I know that Crowe really busted himself up pretty badly actually playing in this, so he did a lot of his own action sequences, and he lost a feeling in his right forefinger for 2 years after did his Achilles, broke his foot, cracked his hip,
Oh,
and also did some bicep tendons out of their sockets. So you've got to hand it to him. He actually did have a big fucking go on this. So well done,
Jesus.
Rustica. I also touched on that Crowe was not a fan of the script. So no, he was really, really unhappy with the screenwriter. And he's alleged to have said that because he refused to say that I will have my vengeance in this life or the next. He just thought that was absolute garbage. But he later said to the screenwriters, a man by the name of William Nicholson, mate, your lines are garbage, but I'm the greatest actor in the world, and I can make even garbage sound good. So that was
really?
He was pretty on himself. And then William Nicholson sounds like a pretty cool fella because he said, in Russell's defense, my lines were garbage. So that was did confess. So well done. No, but I think it's very much on record that they went into filming with only 30 pages of the script done. So it was definitely a big leap of faith. And then look at we talked about other actors up for the role. So I think you mentioned Mel Gibson. So he thought he was too old for it at 43. So look, I think possibly he could have done it.
No, as a general wouldn't be young. Generally, you wouldn't. Generally,
yeah.
No,
I think they could have
definitely
got
older.
I think he would have been good.
Well, this is around the same. This is around the same time as Patriot.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's right. The Patriots. He could have done it
easily
for sure.
done it.
No, he was selling himself short. We mentioned Hugh Grant, but he was off to Hugh Jackman, who was probably just a little bit too unknown at that time, just coming off.
He's just doing X-Men.
Yeah, just starting off on his X-Men journey, and an actual Spaniard in Antonio Banderas.
Oh,
no, he's a midget
in the world. He is a midget, but the what's the Mexican guitar movie that we love? Where is the Robert Rodriguez?
Desperado.
Yeah, Desperado, that we absolutely love. That was shot for about
Great movie.
$10. He was outstanding in that. Selma Hayek. Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, she's good.
So anyway, they were all considered, but I still stand by the fact that you couldn't imagine that role with anyone but our Rusty. So there you go.
Yep, good one, Damo.
Yeah, I made it my own this week. Richard Harris released a song in 1968 called MacArthur's Park.
Right.
Do you know that song?
Yeah, I do know the song. Yeah,
it's a weird song, written by a guy called Jimmy Webb, full orchestra. Released in 1968.
Not Jimmy Nail.
No, well,
woman like you's no good for me.
Yep, fool that I am. And it was covered by Donna Summer in 1978. Like a disco song. So you could probably say that Richard Harris, when you think of disco, think Richard Harris.
Okay.
But MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark.
I've got a bone to pick with you.
Yeah.
Because Aqualung is horrible.
Honestly, it's one of my top 20 songs.
Morgs, you heard the song Jethro Tull's song Aqualung?
No, I never really got into Jethro Tull.
Listen to it more than once, mate. It is phenomenal.
Damo likened it to Bohemian Rhapsody.
I do, because of the changes.
Wow, big call. What's
all
it called?
The changes in the song.
Aqualung. I'll check it out.
Listen to it tonight.
Mate, Jethro Tull has got... Yeah, and the first listen probably took me a while, but I had a mate that had Jethro Tull album on tape, and every time in his car, Jethro Tull. By the end of it, I knew every song. I loved it.
I bet.
I still do. They're so cool.
Okay. Famed for beating Metallica at the Grammys.
No, it was G&R. Guns N' Roses. Was it Metallica?
It was Jethro Tull.
Yeah, I know, but I thought they beat Guns N' Roses. They beat Metallica.
No, because Metallica then thanked them for not releasing an album the following
year. Oh, that's right.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well done.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're heavy metal.
No. The Hans Zimmer score is one of the best-selling movie soundtracks of all time.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we've talked about Russell Crowe had a massive beef with Oliver Reed. They just didn't like each other. In fact, Oliver Reed picked a fight with him. Said, "Let's go."
Really?
Yeah. But on the flip side,
think it was two alike, like just a couple of blokes who thought
I
they
reckon
were hard nuts.
knockabouts.
A couple of bulls.
A couple of knockabouts. 2 bulls in the paddock. But Rusty became good mates with Richard Harris.
Okay.
Obviously, only lasted a couple of years before he died in 2002. But which was
was Richard Harris gay?
No, I don't think so. Dumbledore wasn't.
I think Dumbledore was. I think that maybe that's what I'm confusing it with.
I think they're saying that.
I think he was.
Everyone's gay now, apparently.
He was Dabbledore. He just liked to have a
That's
little bit of a
right.
dabble.
He went both ways.
He
Good
did.
on him.
He liked the wand a bit more than just the stick.
Right.
Excellent.
It's known this is Rusty's favorite American movie, and also cites Maximus as his favorite role.
Fair
I wonder
enough.
if that's because he won an Academy Award. For it.
Oh,
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
so he's won 2 Academy Awards though. Cinderella.
Beautiful
No,
mind.
Beautiful Mind.
Mm.
That's because remember when Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe got up to
Unbelievable.
give an award.
Yeah,
They were
for the nice
presenters.
guys, as the nice guys.
Yeah, that's right. And Ryan Gosling said, "Now between us, there's 2 Oscars between
Yeah.
us." And Russell Crowe going, "What do you mean between us?"
That they are such a good. They are so good
Yeah,
together.
good
Yeah,
pair.
though.
Good
That
pair.
movie, we've got to do The Nice Guys. It's a
It's
fucking
funny.
great movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
didn't we watch that recently? Did you come up with the land?
Yeah, we watched it at your place.
Yeah,
It is
we
a
watched it at your place.
funny
Very
movie.
funny.
Yep.
Okay, over 20,000 arrows were created for the opening battle in Germania.
Jeez.
Over 27,000 pieces of armor were made specifically for the movie.
Yeah, mate, they made an effort, didn't they?
Yep. And Richard Harris would frequently ignore any newly written scenes as he couldn't be bothered rehearsing his lines.
He's beyond that now.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
"Please."
Excellent.
Well, that's it for Listen to This, and more importantly, the Snorbs Report.
Yeah, that was very serious stuff.
Well done.
Quotables. Now, for such a movie of this type, there's a lot of quotables.
Yeah.
Not
We've
stuff
gone
that you would
through
use in your everyday
many
life,
of
but
them.
we've gone through most of them. But
Yeah.
there's one bit that I really enjoyed was at the start of the movie when Quintus says to Maximus, "People should know when they're
Yeah,
conquered."
horrible. Yeah.
And he goes, "Would you, Quintus? Would I?"
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Good
really
call.
cool. And also Proximo, "Those giraffes you sold me, they won't mate. They walk around eating and not mating. You sold me queer giraffes. I want my money back."
I did, but we missed the others. But I like just right at the end with Proximo. This is when he had his arc. Proximo, you're in danger of becoming a good man.
That was great.
It just sort of there you go. He's become he has changed.
The one of the great lines, and I actually remembered it as he was saying it, was Gracchus. "He will bring them death, and they will love him for it."
Wow.
When he does the 150 days of the
That's right.
games.
Talking about the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, are you not entertained?
Yeah, of course.
You
And
know-
on My Signal Unleash Hell.
Yeah.
And I remember watching, it must have been when Adrian Morley was playing, they had a big, those Roosters fans,
Yeah.
probably Sloan, On My Signal Unleash Morley.
It probably was that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, heaps of them, excellent. Really good. Okay. 1 degree of Kurt Russell. I've got one.
I've got one.
Okay.
Connie Nielsen.
Ooh.
A movie called The Soldier.
Yes, Soldier. There's 2.
Soldier.
Yeah.
Do you know that's the movie Soldier, which is
I
terrible?
do. Hmm.
It's in the same universe as Blade Runner.
Oh, is it?
Yep. It's
Ah.
got what's the
Replicants.
Tyrrell? The Tyrrell
Tyrrell
Corporation
Corporation,
is
yeah.
actually in when he goes into his heads up display. In the bottom, it's got Tyrrell Corporation.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So there you go. Jimon Honsu
Oh,
is in Unlawful Entry,
okay.
and he plays
Ah.
prisoner on the bench.
Big part.
Did he? That won an award, didn't it?
Prisoner
Didn't he
on
win
the bench.
Academy for that?
Down on the beach. Doo-doo. Okay, that's it.
That's it.
Very well done. Film School for F-Wits. Daniel, take it away.
Yes, fellow F-wits, I've fucking heard you. You were like, do another quiz. So this is your last fucking quiz.
God.
You better enjoy it. Anyway, I thought I would do a quiz for these 2 superstars of the game about the actor Joaquin Phoenix. So
That's
it's
cruel.
I don't know jack shit about Joaquin
No, well,
Phoenix.
this will be interesting. So I won't direct a question to anyone in particular. Just jump in if you know the answer. And first to 4 will take out the
Commodus.
the competition.
Commodus.
Correct.
Elliot.
One for Damien.
Elliot.
One for Jimmy
Elliot.
Cockburn. No, here we go. So question number 1. Joaquin Phoenix appeared in the 1987 TV movie Kids Don't Tell, which tackled what controversial subject matter? Kids
Anal
Don't
rape.
Tell.
Pedophilia.
1987. I mean, I'm gonna give you each a point for that. It's actually child abuse, and I know you were both taking the piss, but you were actually closer than you thought. So that's
God,
1-1.
geez, that's a bit heavy. Yeah.
Yeah. Question number 2. In The Village,
Anal
M.
rape.
Night Shyamalan, 2004,
Yes.
Joaquin Phoenix plays a quiet and reserved character. What is his character's full name in the movie?
What was the name of the movie again?
The Village.
The Village.
Oh my God.
Mel Gibson, M. Night
Commodus.
Shyamalan.
No, that's Signs.
Oh, well, The Village. Sigourney Weaver.
I don't even know this movie.
Sigourney Weaver. What's is he name? What's the guys? What are their names out of the Crucible? What Duty?
Goody Proctor. Goody.
Sorry,
Proctor.
it's Goody. Not Duty Shake. Goody Proctor. Yeah. right.
Excellent. All right, that one's a bit too hard. His name was Lucius Hunt.
Oh, Lucius.
Mike's brother.
Yeah, definitely Mike's brother. All right, next up. Joaquin Phoenix collaborated with director James Gray multiple times. Name 3 films they worked on together.
Me.
Director
James
James Gray, 3 films.
Joker.
Incorrect.
Fuck, Daniel.
Name 1 film.
Can you? I tell you what. Can you give us one and see if we can get another
Yeah, I'm
one?
trying to think of James Gray.
The Immigrant from 2013. I would also
Led
have
Zeppelin.
accepted Two Lovers from 2008 and
What
We
the
Own
hell?
the Night
We don't
from
know these.
2007. Oh, look, I
We
thought
Own
I'd make
the
it
Night.
hard.
We
for
Own
you
the
two
Night.
anyway.
Yes, okay.
Couple
the
more.
Night's terrible.
1 all still. In 2008, Joaquin Phoenix narrated a hard-hitting documentary advocating veganism. What is the name of this documentary?
Oh, I always get this mixed up. I watch so many documentaries on vegans.
Food Inc.
Never.
Food Inc.
Incorrect.
Was it that McDonald's one? Supersize Me? No, that was Morgan.
That was
Spurlock.
Morgan Spurlock, and he's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead. He
Is
died
he
not long
dead?
ago.
He
Yeah,
dead.
died this year. He dead.
Oh,
He dead.
look, you're not going to
Spurlock
get this.
dead.
I thought you might. It was called Earthlings.
Oh, yeah, okay. I always get my vegan documentaries mixed
I
up.
tell you what, you're
This
right,
is
Dan.
seriously-
No one is going to want to listen to another one of your fucking quizzes.
All right,
He's
all
done
right. This
on
one's a bit
purpose.
easier. Joaquin Phoenix appeared in a 2001 film set during the Spanish Civil War. What was the film and what role did he play?
Spanish Civil War. The only thing I can think of was Pan's Labyrinth. Was that the Spanish Civil War?
No, it's World War II.
It was it World War II or the
Yeah.
Spanish Civil War?
No, it's World War II.
Oh, so like what year was the Spanish Civil War? Like 1910 or something?
That is irrelevant to the question. The answer is The Secret of Rowan Inish, and he played the fireman.
this is fitting.
All right. A couple more.
He's played some shit roles in
Yeah,
some
he's-
really
he's
shit
a-
movies.
You're a good
He's an
chance of
indie.
this one.
He's an indie darling.
Indie, yeah.
darling.
All right, this is an indie. Joaquin Phoenix's breakout role came in a 1989 Ron Howard film
Parenthood.
where he plays a
he in
troubled
that?
teen.
Parenthood.
Oh.
That's the name of the film. What traumatic event happens to his character in the movie?
Doesn't he find his mum's dildo?
I remember that scene. That was
Doesn't he find the
Ja-
dildo?
Weiss, Diane
I
Weiss.
will
Weiss.
accept. I
Yes.
will accept. Found the mum's dildo. He actually deals with the emotional impact of his father abandoning the family, but I will accept. Found the
Yeah.
mum's dildo.
It's
It's
Diane
2-1
Weiss
to
infection.
Hawaii.
Yeah. That was
Diane Weiss
hilarious.
infection.
All right, couple more. In the little
Let's go.
known
I win. Let's do one.
1998 black comedy Clay Pigeons, Joaquin
Fuck
Phoenix
me.
stars opposite Vince Vaughn.
Ooh.
What unusual hobby
Where's
does
Van
Vaughn's
Tooth?
character share with Phoenix's character?
They're both. What's the name of the movie?
Clay
Play
Pigeons.
pigeon.
They shoot clay pigeons.
He's got a bent
They're
penis.
the shotguns.
He's got a
Damo,
swerve.
I will accept that they have a mutual interest in hunting, and no, they don't have a bent penis. 2
Oh.
all. All right, this is the final question for the win. The iconic opening battle scene in Gladiator takes place in Germania. What specific tribe is the Roman army fighting against?
Was that written there? was the Huns?
The Huns are Turkish.
Are they?
Start with B. Just start with B.
It does not
Bavarian?
start with B.
No.
Okay. All right.
That's a B. 5 seconds.
Don't know.
Don't know.
Ah, the answer is the Marcomanni.
Oh, for God's
This is
sake.
unbelievable.
Yeah, that was a tough one. All right, you can have one more. In the
Oh, come
final
on.
scene, Maximus envisions reuniting with his wife and son in the afterlife.
Mm.
What are the last 2 Latin words spoken by Maximus before his death?
Decimus Meridius.
Lingus Maximus.
Close. I will accept that for the win, but it's actually Lucius Veni, which is addressing Lucius to asking him to come as well. So, Damo will take that
That's the
out with
worst. I was gonna
Lingus
say the worst film spoiler.
Maximalis. 3-2. I did
Of
try and make them
Joaquin-
hard. Well, I was looking at heaps of Joaquin Phoenix questions. They were also piss easy. I thought
Okay.
I'd really test the depth of your knowledge. But
I've seen
anyway,
none of those
that's
movies.
the
It's very
last, of
shallow.
Yeah.
the last of the quizzes, F-Wits.
Yeah, okay. Thank
That
you.
was film school for F-Wits.
Okay. Thanks, Dan. That was amazing. Kick ass credit song, and on
Oh, wrong one.
the stage tonight is a young Sir Dimmy Cockburn.
Yep.
Oh, Dimmy.
I think I've done a lot of singing lately. I seem like I do it every couple.
Well, it's only because we sang last week.
Yeah, and I think the week before.
No,
Didn't I do? I
No.
did Misery.
you
did I do
deserve-
Misery?
No, you didn't do Misery.
I think I did.
Yeah, you did do Misery.
Yeah, Hobble.
Yeah, it was good. Good. I've done a lot of
Okay.
singing lately as well.
Okay, yeah, all right. Yeah, here we go. I can remember this now. Okay, all right.
Okay, Damo, take it away.
This is called the Coliseum Members Package.
Oh.
Yeah. Got my box seats down at the old Coliseum. Gladiators are in town and you really want to see them. Sitting in comfort, these games are high stakes. My tickets covered drinks and someone feeding me grapes. Went and upgraded to the meet and greet. Met the Spaniard backstage and he's dreaming of wheat. The announcer yells, "Let's get ready to rumble." Crowd goes wild, here they come up the tunnel. Maximus, Maximus, the emperor is feeling animus. Dodging tigers, chariots, tridents and arrows. They need to send Maximus back to the shadows. Maximus, Maximus, the emperor is feeling animus. Full-time siren, the emperor's done. Maximus travels off to Elysium. Maximus, Maximus, the emperor is pounded into dust.
Oh, Damo. Feeding
What does-
grapes.
What's animus?
It's where you have bad thoughts about someone.
Oh.
I think you just made a word up.
Animus
Yeah.
is a word.
I've never
I
come
think
across animus.
it's one of the words that was this one of the 2 words that was said at the end of Gladiator.
Lucius Animus.
Lucius Animus.
Lucius
Yeah.
Veni Animus. Excellent, though. Really enjoyed
That
it.
was very good, Damo.
Mm.
I did love the feeding me grapes.
Yeah.
I do.
My box
I was
ticket.
having the experience.
Box
I was
yeah.
thinking of it. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
It's a day down there. Enjoy it with your family. You know,
definitely. Maybe get some loaves.
go to the meet and
Get
greet.
a loaf.
Did the whole thing, upgraded the package, did it all.
Funny. Well done. Star of the show. We'll start up with Lingus Maximus himself up there on the land. Who you
Yeah,
got?
couldn't go past Rusty. Cometh the man, cometh the hour, cometh the man, cometh the hour. He was perfect, perfectly cast. It's Rusty's vehicle. Well done, Rusty.
Well played, Sir Dimmy.
Yeah, it's Rusty or Ridley. I'm going for Rusty as well. His hair looked good. He looked good. His voice was strong,
Good
deep,
voice, good voice.
deep.
Good
He might
voice.
bung it on a bit sometimes.
I think he
when he-
absolutely
when
bungs
he-
it on.
He goes down a couple of levels of depth.
60 durries a day will do that to you.
Yeah, but you know, definitely old Rusty for me.
Well,
as well.
I'm gonna go Ridley.
Yeah.
Because I think that it's his vision. I agree. Rusty's immense, but I feel a bit sorry for Ridley. I think
Oh.
he deserves some platitudes, and I'm going to give him 4 cigars for Ridley
Nice. Yes.
as my MVP. Okay, the rank bank. A bit difficult, this one.
It is. Yeah.
Mm. Queer giraffes,
Jeez.
incestuous Caesars, petulant sons, headless horsemen, medicinal maggots.
Oh,
Ooh, medicinal
We
magnet.
could name it after
Can I
our...
can I also include Lego in your prison wallet?
Prison wallets?
the Star Wars figures. No, what about
Prison
our...
wallet.
Prison wallets.
But our resident gladiator, Lingus Maximus.
Well, okay. I like that, which is why we're going for Lingus Maximus's.
Excellent. Excellent.
In honor of
Lingus.
in honor of our co-host, Lingus Maximus himself.
Straight from Rome, straight from the Colosseum. How many people did you kill over the last week?
You know what we're going to have
Few.
to call it? It's going to be called Lingus Maximi.
There we go. The plural. Collective noun.
How many? Okay, and we're going to start with Sir Dimmy here on the couch.
What do you reckon?
How
Cocktail?
many Lingus Maximi are you giving Gladiator?
I think this is a awesome, epic movie. It has got flaws, but man, it's easy to look over them. I think everyone will enjoy this movie. I'm giving it 4 Lingus Maximi.
Okay, 4. Good. Good call. You right?
Yep.
Could you make some more noise? Fucking hell. Daniel, how many Lingus Maximi are you giving Gladiator?
Oh, thoroughly enjoyed. Definitely not going to Marie Kondo this shit. However, 4.25 is what I had in my mind scribed down, but then you made me watch the director's cut, so it loses 0.5 of a point for the extra 20 minutes I will never get back. 30 minutes indeed. So 3.75 because you made me watch that.
Ooh, wow.
Should have
That's
watched my one.
harsh.
Yeah.
That's harsh. Okay, I'm with Dan originally. I'm 4.25 Lingus Maximi for me. Enjoyed it.
Yep.
I won't watch. In fact, I'm going to make sure that I get rid of that director's cut.
Delete
the
the
theatrical cut.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think the theatrical cut is a much better
Far
option.
better.
Far better. I've actually got it on Blu-ray down there. I should probably watch it on that.
Mm.
But anyway, so that, well, it's a fairly round number, that one. And we'll, if I can just...
Oh, so we're on 4, aren't we?
With a score of 4 Lingus Maximi, puts it in some good company. 4 pieces of white dog shit.
Oh, so
Oh,
4 bananas in the tailpipe.
Beverly
Beverly
Hills
Hills. Yeah.
4 bidets.
Oh,
crocodile
crocodile
Dundee.
fungi.
4 arsenumptions.
Don Kiss good night.
Yeah.
4 votes for Pedro.
Napoleon Dynamite.
4 gobblers knobs.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
4 code reds.
Oh, that sounds like Major Markinson.
Few good men.
Few good men. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
4 funny angles. You won't get
Funny
this.
angles.
Yeah. Snatch.
Oh,
It was a funny angle.
What's the
and he
big,
backs into
big
the car.
driver?
Yep. Okay, so it's in equal
how the hell did Snatch get 4?
49th position.
Wow.
Oh, 8 out of 10 puts it in 49th. Wowzers.
Yeah, we were talking,
No,
Dan.
there's a lot in there.
We were talking
top
that
one.
maybe next year we'll start to bring in some so bad they're bad and so bad they're goods, so we can rip some stuff to death.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
And bring it back. But equal
you know what I
49.
like? You know what I like? I like an
Tell me.
85 minute.
Yeah.
Give me some more 85
That's
minutes.
short. That is short.
Yeah.
Well, Dan, you've got next week off. In fact, Dan's out for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
As he goes back to work.
I got to go and
What?
work. So
Exactly.
yeah,
He's
I'm
going back to
bullshit.
work. Yeah. He's
not
out of
just a
retirement.
farmer. Yeah, I'm out of retirement.
Out of retirement for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And you know what he's going to be like? He's going to feel like the woman on Total Recall. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2
In the
weeks.
disguise. Yeah.
That's what he's going to be like after it. He's going to come back and he'll dive headfirst into a bit of Lingus Maximus and back into Born to Watch.
Nice.
Brilliant.
But next week, and it's probably good that Dan is off, we've got another epic.
Mm.
If I say 2 words, you'll get it.
Okay.
Prima Nocta.
Hell yeah.
What? Bro, I
gonna
love Prima
read to
Nocta.
shoot that. Yeah. You've already got the rank bank sorted.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's going to be Prima Noctas.
Yeah.
But
Prima
we're
Nocta.
going to ancient Scotland.
Yeah.
with 2 Aussie superstars that we've claimed in a row.
Oh,
Mighty Mel again.
yep.
Oh, Mel. And
Oh.
Braveheart. I remember seeing this movie at the cinema. It just fucking blew me away.
Yeah, good
It
flick.
was monstrous. But I'm going to tell you, James Horner
The score,
score. This is in my top 5.
incredible score.
Top 5.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I
Incredible
listen to it a
score.
lot.
Yeah. Robert the Bruce, one of the great
Mm.
cockheads in cinematic history.
Yeah.
One of the,
Yeah, I know, but yeah.
What do you do? What do you do? Your
God,
dad's got leprosy.
There is so many stories too in this movie.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Gal be back,
Oh,
chomping at the bit with his tiny teeth. So it's not a
Tiny
huge
teeth,
chomp.
Tiny
it's,
choppers.
it's a small bit.
It's a little bite.
Yeah.
Just a little
Like-
bite at the bit.
Yeah.
Little bite at the bit with Gal.
Yep.
His baby teeth. It's been fun, Damo.
Yep. Nice work. Nice work. Oh, Todd Lingers up there.
Well, you can tell he's been doing some mouth exercises the last 5 minutes.
Well, he's
He's getting
professional.
ready.
He's a professional.
He's a professional.
Get the helmet on.
Lingus Maximus, it's been a pleasure having you, and we're going to miss you for a couple of weeks.
Great talking to you, fellas. Well played. See you in a couple of weeks.
That's it. So, Dimmy
Nice.
Cockburn,
Yes. Cockburn out.
bye for now, people. Do your homework.